If you've ever looked at a seed packet and thought, this seems too good to be true, congratulations. You have better instincts than I did. I'm about to expose the 17 biggest lies that seed companies have been getting away with for decades, and I embarrassingly fell for 9 of them. But here's the thing. Once you know these secrets, you'll actually be able to create that lush, abundant indoor garden you've been dreaming about. The kind that makes your guests stop mid-conversation and ask, "Wait, you grew that yourself?" Lie number 1, germination in 5 to 7 days. Oh, sweet summer child. The seed packet shows you a calendar with neat little check marks. What it doesn't show you is the asterisk, the size of a small planet, that says, under perfect laboratory conditions that you definitely don't have in your apartment. I once waited 6 weeks for basil seeds that promised 7-day germination. I checked them every morning, like a parent waiting for their teenager to text back. When they finally sprouted, I celebrated like I'd won the lottery. That's when I learned lie number 1. Germination times are more like suggestions than facts. Lie number 2. Full sun. Any sunny window. Here's a personal story that still haunts me. I read full sun on a tomato seed packet and thought, perfect, I have a south-facing window. What the packet didn't mention is that full sun means 6 to 8 hours of direct, unfiltered sunlight. Your window glass? It's filtering. That tree outside, creating shade, that full sun window, probably giving you about 40% of what the plant actually needs. I grew the saddest, most pathetic tomato plant you've ever seen. It looked like it was auditioning for a post-apocalyptic movie. One tiny tomato after 4 months of effort. 1. Line number 3, perfect for beginners. Translation: this plant is technically possible to grow if you're a beginning horticulturist with a degree in plant science. I'm convinced seed companies use beginner-friendly the way dating apps use loves to laugh. It's meaningless filler. Orchids, from seed, beginner-friendly, they said. What they meant was beginner-friendly if you enjoy watching things die slowly while you question all your life choices. Lie number 4, grows in any soil. Sure, in the same way that humans can survive on any food. Will your plant grow in any soil? Maybe. Will it thrive, produce, and look like the picture on the packet? Absolutely not. I planted expensive heirloom seeds in dollar store potting mix. The results were educational. The plants grew about as enthusiastically as a teenager asked to clean their room. Lie number 5, space plants 6 inches apart. This is my favorite lie because it's technically true while being practically useless. Yes, you can space them 6 inches apart when they're seedlings. What the packet forgets to mention is that your mature plants will need approximately the same personal space as an introvert at a crowded party. I once planted lettuce following packet instructions. 3 weeks later, I had created a lettuce jungle that would require a machete to harvest. The inner leaves were basically composting while still attached to the plant. Line number 6, virtually pest-free. Show me a plant that's virtually pest-free, and I'll show you a plant that aphids are currently planning a family reunion on. This lie is especially cruel because it makes you think you did something wrong when bugs inevitably show up. Pest-free is not a plant characteristic. It's a fantasy we all share, like thinking we'll actually use that gym membership. Lie number 7, harvest in 60 days. From what? From the day you planted the seed? From germination? From the day you first believed in yourself? The ambiguity here is not accidental. I waited 60 days for peppers, then 80, then 100. At day 120, I finally got one pepper the size of my thumb. I've had longer relationships with houseplants than it took to get that pepper, and the pepper was less rewarding. Lisa White, drought tolerant. Drought tolerant doesn't mean forget to water it for 3 weeks and it'll be fine. It means this plant will die slightly slower than other plants when you neglect it. I killed a drought-tolerant succulent from seed by believing this lie a little too enthusiastically. Turns out, seedlings are not drought-tolerant, even if the mature plant supposedly is. Who knew? Everyone except me, apparently. Lie number 9 grows quickly. Time is relative when you're watching seeds grow. Quickly might mean different things to you and the seed company. To you, it means within my lifetime. To them, it means faster than a redwood tree. I planted fast-growing cucumbers that took so long to produce, I'd actually forgotten I planted cucumbers and thought they were some kind of aggressive weed I should remove. Now here's where this gets interesting. Despite falling for 9 of these lies, I eventually created an indoor garden that's absolutely stunning. We're talking lush greenery, fresh herbs year-round, vegetables that actually taste like something, and plants so healthy they make my neighbors suspicious. The secret? Learning what these packets aren't telling you. Lise 10, indoor-outdoor plant. This usually means will survive indoors if you have a greenhouse attached to your living room. Most indoor-outdoor plants will limp along indoors looking progressively sadder until you either move them outside or accept your role as a plant hospice worker. Lie. 11. Heirloom variety tastes better. Heirloom seeds can taste amazing if you can actually get them to produce, which is often significantly harder than hybrid varieties. That incredible flavor comes at the cost of disease resistance, vigor, and your sanity. Lean Fast and 12. Self-pollinating. Sure, technically self-pollinating, but indoors without wind or insects, self-pollinating often means self-not producing any actual vegetables. You'll be hand-pollinating with a tiny brush, like some kind of botanical fairy godmother. Line number 13, compact variety, perfect for containers. Compact, compared to what? A sequoia? I've seen compact tomato plants that would require a container the size of a bathtub. And when they say perfect for containers, they mean will technically fit in a container if you're not bothered by roots circling like a freeway interchange. Line number 14, continuous harvest. Translation: you'll get 3 harvests over the course of a season if the gardening gods smile upon you and you perform the appropriate rituals. Continuous doesn't mean daily. It doesn't even mean weekly. It means more than once if you're lucky. Lena 15, attracts beneficial insects. Great news if you're growing outdoors. Useless information if you're growing indoors, unless you want to actively invite bugs into your home. Thanks for that, seed packet. Lie. 16. Resistant to common diseases. Resistant doesn't mean immune. It means your plant will get sick slightly less dramatically than varieties that aren't resistant. It's like saying someone is resistant to bad movies. They'll still suffer, just with marginally less complaining. Lie number 17. Picture shows actual results. And finally, the most egregious lie of all. That picture on your seed packet, that's what your plant will look like in a parallel universe where you have perfect soil, perfect light, perfect temperature, perfect humidity, and probably a team of professional gardeners. That photo was taken by a professional photographer of a plant grown by professionals in professional conditions with professional editing. You're going to get results that look like the before picture in a plant makeover show. But here's the beautiful truth underneath all these lies. Once you understand what's realistic and what's marketing fantasy, you absolutely can create an incredible indoor garden. The kind that makes you excited to wake up in the morning. The kind that has your friends asking for cuttings and advice. The kind that transforms your space from just a place you live into a living, breathing sanctuary. I've done it. After falling for these lies, learning the hard way, and finally cracking the code, my home is now filled with thriving plants that produce real food and create genuine joy. And that's exactly what I share on Plant Care's Secret, the real truth about growing plants indoors. No marketing lies, no unrealistic expectations, just honest advice that actually works. If you want to skip the painful learning curve I went through and create your own lush indoor paradise, hit that subscribe button right now, because every week I'm sharing the secrets that seed packets won't tell you. Your future garden is going to be absolutely gorgeous. I promise you that. And unlike seed packet promises, mine actually come true. Subscribe to Plant Care's Secret, where we tell you the truth your seed packets won't.